A man said it's funny because you even hold on. It's funny because you even know right, man say it's funny though. Manchester is popping. You can still get a flat outside the city centre for between 150 to 180k. Locals just don't see the potential. Blood, this is like Hackney all over. Yeah. Obviously, Hackney in East London. That was a no-go zone back in the day. But some of the locals and that, a lot of them, they didn't see the potential in Hackney, but they should have, because let's just explain something, yeah, about Hackney and Islington, yeah. So in Hackney, so you got Hackney and Islington, they're right next to each other, yeah, they touch borders. Hackney is more on the east side, but obviously you got North London parts of Hackney, which is Stone Newton, Stamford Hill, a little bit of Manor House and that. And obviously Islington's next door. Me growing up as a youth man in the early 2000s, obviously 90s and that, I've always known Islington, so that's around Highbury, Angel, Caledonian Road, Holloway, Archway, Upper Holloway, them sort of sides there, Tufnell Park, them sort of sides there. I've always known Islington, Hornsey Rise as well. I've always known Islington as a rich man's area. But did you know Islington was the ghetto back in the 80s and that? Yeah. Now, you see Hackney now? Yeah. So when I was growing up, Hackney was a no-go zone, was the ghetto back in the days, as opposed to Islington was like a rich man's area. Obviously, I had little hood spots and that in it, like I'm saying Highbury and that in it, but I've always known Islington to be a ghetto, a rich man place, isn't it? As opposed to when I was growing up, Hackney was always a ghetto place. You see, my little sister, yeah, she's 12 years old, yeah. My little sister, my little cousins that are all the same age. When they grow up and they understand economics and property and that, they're gonna think that Hackney is a rich man's area because of the generation and the era that they grew up in. Because my sister's so young, in 6, 10 years' time, when she's 18 or when she's 22, she's gonna look at Hackney like, yeah, man, that's a rich man's area. I'm gonna say to her, yo, you know, Hackney was mad back in the day. Like, man are pulling up to chicken and chip shops and shooting people up. Yeah. You heard about that girl that died years ago? I'm talking about like '09, '10. There was some London Fields youths. They pulled up on motorbikes and sprayed up the shop and killed the girl. I can't remember what the girl's name is. If you don't know the girl, that means you lot is old school. What is the girl's name? There was a girl that got shot in the chicken and chip shop. Can't remember the girl's name. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's a young girl. Like when I was like 15, she was the same age as me or something. But yeah, some Fields youths pulled up to the shop on their motorbike, sprayed up the shop. Nobody died apart from the girl. What's that girl's name? I can't remember her name, man.